I officially call the meeting to order for the Dighton Historical Commission, 6:11 p.m. Would you stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I will yield the chair to Pat when she arrives from her meeting at the Bristol Abbey. First on the agenda is to do the minutes for December 9th meeting. Does anyone have any corrections for Pat?
Yes, I picked up two.
What do you got?
It isn't Camber, it's Canberra.
That's my correction.
And the other one,
Cambra. That's their last name, Canberra.
Oh, Canberra.
Yeah. So it's listed a few times. If you would correct that.
yeah. And then I shared about my mother when she moved to, it's Berkeley, not Dighton.
East Berkeley
No, Berkeley.
to Berkeley.
There is no East Berkeley.
I don't think so.
That's the only other. We were talking about rural free delivery, but that was in Berkeley.
See, this is why we have this. We need to record the Zoom meeting. None of us will be able to remember everything, especially with historical sharing. It's tons of it.
But
There's no
usually-
way I can possibly do a summary. of
But
historical
usually
sharing.
minutes are just bullets. They're not in-depth
Yeah.
Right.
stories. So you,
Okay, fine, I can
you
say-
give us so much.
Pat Olson.
Did you see the ones that I did?
Show some stuff. That's it. Simple.
Well-
Simple sentence.
Fine. That'd be great.
I wouldn't say stuff, but I mean, like when she talked about the people that passed away,
Yeah, fine.
I didn't write every single thing about the person. I listed the people that we talked about,
Names,
but I didn't list about born here, died here. I just listed the names that were brought up. But were there? You said, did you have some amendments too?
No,
No,
we
I
both
had
had the same.
Canberra for the
Oh, Canberra, okay.
Because I'm like, that's supposed to be Camber.
Okay. So is there a motion to accept the minutes as amended once they're amended?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Remembrances, Pat Olson, do we have any?
We had 7 people pass away
Oh, wow.
in the month of December. Thank you very much, Shara. And I would like to focus on 2 of them who did a lot of service for the town. Not that the other people are not significant, but these 2 people gave of themselves throughout their years. The first gentleman I'd like to talk about is Charlie Rodriguez. Charlie Rodriguez lived on Miller's Lane in Dighton. He was a state policeman for, I think, 40 years. If you ever went to Horseneck Beach and there were policemen on horseback, he was one of them. So years and years ago, he was that was one of his jobs. I mean, he had other ones certainly, but that was his last job that he had for the state police. He was a mounted, horse at the beach.
Wow.
Wonderful man, passed away. And the other gentleman who I did not know, but I understand Ralph Dean was the town moderator for the town. So he certainly gave of himself. So I did not know that gentleman. Where does he live,
I don't know. I don't know whether he lives in Taunton.
Oh, I don't know. Well, Charlie was on Miller's Lane. He's
Yeah,
lived in
I don't
Dighton all
know,
of
because
his
it
life.
didn't give where Mr. Dean had lived in Dighton.
Okay,
Because I said to Jeff, do you remember him being a town moderator? Oh, yes, he did.
okay. Well, it's important that we
Yeah.
mention him because
Yeah.
he certainly gave of himself.
You know what
So
beer?
Yes, in Dighton.
It just says town moderator for Dighton.
And I guess he was involved in the Miss Taunton pageant, Miss
Bristol Elder
Massachusetts.
Services or whatever, but his role in Dighton was as town moderator. That's the remembrances, that's all I'm talking about.
Sure. And then the next one we have is historical sharing also.
Hallelujah. I talked about the pin that the nurse had, who was the first policewoman. So this is her pin. If you look at it's bent. Yes, it's very old.
Dighton Police.
Now, how did you
Yeah.
get that?
Because it was in the house
Oh, wait.
that I lived. No.
Oh.
It was in the house that we bought.
Oh.
They didn't clean it out. We cleaned it up.
So what year was that from?
20s.
Oh my
She was the
God.
first police woman in Dighton. So that's why it's a cutesy little badge and not, like a policeman's badge. It's a feminine
I
badge.
thought it was interesting that as early as 1920, we had a female police
In the
officer.
20s, not 20, but
But
yeah.
still, that seems early.
Yes,
Seems early
yes.
for.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Yep. if you want to see this, this is Dighton pin for the bicentennial. That's the Dighton Rock.
So cool. That's so cool.
Isn't it?
Oh my God, that's wild.
Mhm.
Wow.
Okay. This is, there was a Brothers of the Brush from Dighton, so this pin is from 1962, which is someone obviously who was a member of the Brothers of the Brush. They were a bunch of gentlemen who wore beards for the bicentennial. This is a serviceman's hat with a Dighton pin on it from World War II. This is the Brothers of the Brush. And this was given to my son by Richie Leonard, who passed away.
Cute.
Isn't it nice? So this is the real World War II.
Yes.
No,
I have something similar.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice hat, right?
It is it's a man's hat, yes.
My dad had one like that.
Yeah, similar.
And then we just bought 4 new postcards from Dighton. This is on 138, that's the Sylvester Atwood House. If you heard of the name,
Mhm.
this belonged to the old Dighton Manufacturing Company. This beauty, the house on the corner of Main and 138 that was just demolished not too long ago.
Yeah.
This is when it was being moved. You'll see that it's up on stilts. What a neat picture. I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
How do you buy those
Moved it?
postcards?
eBay.
Really?
In fact, some of them were $5, so I
This
don't
is
want.
moved?
It was being moved at the time they took the picture to put on the postcard. Now it's been demolished because
That,
we don't save anything in time
Outside.
to fall apart. So that's the one being moved. So Sylvester Atwood's house, we're pretty sure it's the old Frank Costa house.
Oh, okay.
Go on 138, head toward Taunton, you know the little hill that's there? Well, there used to be an old house on there, and we're pretty sure that's that one.
That's that one. Okay.
Yes,
Cool. That looks like our house
being moved.
being moved from Main
I know.
Street to County Street.
Our house in the middle of the street.
It
Was in
was.
the middle of the
Oh, look at
street.
the post office in the corner too.
Yes, so you know that you're on
Yes.
the bottom of Main Street. Isn't that a neat shot?
That is so cool.
Okay, now the pièce de
Wow.
resistance.
Oh, the piece of resistance.
Oh, good thing I opened this up.
Love
Okay,
that, huh?
would you all please sign the birthday card for Dorothy Perry? In January, she turns 103. She is the recipient of the Boston Post cane.
Yes.
So I send her a card every year, and I need everyone's signature on there. That would be nice.
There's
Okay.
a date here too.
Do you, maybe
If you would
not,
like to put the date there, you put the date
What's the
there.
date?
Today's date?
No, it's the 27th, is her birthday.
January 27th?
Yes,
Okay.
January 27th.
do you think it might be worth putting, not writing in the card, but within the envelope, invitation to do the preserving memories?
Do you want to do that? Then you could put down, would you be willing to talk to me? And could she call
In,
you? or
on the actual
whatever?
card or?
Sure, go ahead. We've got plenty of room. Would anyone like this cutesy little copy of the Constitution? Isn't it adorable?
It is
I got it in the
adorable.
mail.
Yes, that is
You
adorable.
got it
I
in
have
the
one.
mail? Yeah, it's from the veterans. You want it?
I'll take one.
Attaboy.
Will.
I actually have one that's like a.
Okay, this is the pièce de resistance. I
Wow.
received this letter, I received this envelope from the president of the Swansea Historical Society. This article was in the Spectator 1968. I would like to read it to you because it's from a woman who actually went to the Dighton Park, the
Oh,
pavilion. She
yeah.
was there, and her writing, she writes really well. She talks about the wind blowing through your hair. That's why, I mean, yeah, I can show you the pictures. You're gonna say, yeah, isn't that cute? But I'd really like to read it to you
Oh,
because
please.
it honestly moved me. It did, because you feel like, wow. I mean, where did you hear some of the detail in this? Okay, so you know I'm talking about the Dighton Rock Park that was, I have postcards and whatever else.
Cherry
So
and
those are the
Washington Street
pictures,
are.
okay?
Cherry and Washington Street.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yes,
Okay.
okay, I'll talk fast.
No, sorry.
No, I'll talk. The woman's name is Ruth Howland.
Oh, I know.
Ruth
Berkeley,
Howland,
Berkeley.
she lived in Segregated Berkeley, she did a lot with history. Okay, but
Oh,
what
yes.
a nice article. Visiting Dighton Rock Park was definitely one of the big social events in the lives of countless families in those simple days of horse-drawn carriage and trolley cars, where wars were only a dim memory, such lovely, peaceful days in every way. Special cars were run to the park, open cars with the seats running the entire width of the car, which were a joy because as you bowled along, at what seemed to be a terrific speed, welcome breezes cut through the car, cooling cheeks, reddened and sweaty from the 1.25 mile walk to the trolley at Segregated. Hats, too, clutched at madly, blew off, and then the lovely air messed up one's hair, but soothed the overwarm scalp and brow. Daring souls, usually masculine, rode on the running boards, especially if the cars were crowded. The men gallantly gave up seats and dashingly clung to the uprights as they stood on the running boards while the cars zoomed madly around curves, up and downhill, probably at about 16 miles an hour.
Zooming.
Dighton Rock Park was owned and operated by the old Colony Street Railway, originally the Dighton, Somerset, and Fall River Line, later the Eastern Massachusetts. A cool, well-shaded, mostly pleasant landscaped area open to all with fragrant breezes from the river. No pollution, spoiled fishing, bathing, wading, or boating. No pollution. And then you did have bathing. I don't want you to think there was no bathing.
That's the way it sounds.
No, that's how it's written. Okay. So the park was built in 1896. Most of those who I knew carried picnic lunches because farm money didn't run to buy victuals. We called them victuals. I thought that was a Southern thing.
Victuals?
Yeah, victuals. Besides,
Fiddles.
that's the food.
The
Victuals.
beans.
Yeah, please don't misspell that in your minutes. They were victuals. Okay. Besides, the ladies of the group always vied with each other to produce their latest and most delectable foods, to exchange bites of each other, and to ask for recipes. Built in 1896, the park was run until 1921, when it had become somewhat abandoned. After the First World War and the advent of automobiles, which carried people far afield. The park was built on land purchased from the late John Earl, who had either used or rented a small building there for storing seine fishing equipment. Seine is a type of net that you catch certain fish in.
okay.
It's S-E-I-N-E, seine, okay? Here we go. It all ended in 1921 when a truckload of saturated cotton waste caught fire as it passed the park. So the park didn't start on fire. This car going by with saturated cotton waste was on fire, and that started the park, and that's why the park's gone. I did not know that.
I did
not know that.
know
No, I did
at
not
all.
know that. Flames caught and spread rapidly through the wooden buildings, and the park was gone before firefighters could take over. Many of the delightful memories of the park in the minds of some of us oldsters. That's not a sentence, but that's a sentence.
Yeah.
Even though most carried lunches, a restaurant was one of the big features of the place. Can you remember the dining room with its white plaid tables decked in long cloths, with the savory fragrances of coffee and other delicious foods whetting the appetites until you begged mother for just one sandwich? 3 clam bakes were held regularly each week under the direction of George Wilbur of Fall River, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. The regular days with special parties for other times. Thursday, they tell me, was the half holiday then. J. O'Hearn of Taunton was orchestra leader, and there was dancing, frowned upon by some in those days.
Oh, yeah.
Every afternoon and evening except Sunday. On that day, O'Hearn's orchestra gave a concert. Wide benches around the outer part of the dance pavilion were usually filled with tired, overheated dancers, small fry and older ones watching the latest dances. I can well remember the furiously indignant debates, pro and con, of the new dances. Turkey trot, bunny hug, ring in my ears, along with the discussion of the grace and lack of modesty of those innovations. But let the floor be cleared for a few good waltzes, and silence fell as in dreamy rhythm the couples demonstrated the true grace of a waltz. There was an outdoor theater, get this one. There was an outdoor theater where vaudeville acts from Keith's circuit played. Movies, reminiscent of poor TV reception with its snow, were shown later. See, you wouldn't know about poor reception because you're too young.
I do.
Was shown later at the further end of the building, where one sat in stifling blackness with the possible accompaniment of a piano to watch silent movies. Certainly no Technicolor. A monkey cage, a monkey cage always had a crowd of youngsters around it and a few pranksters who delighted in teasing the poor creatures shut into their hot, unsavory enclosure in the glaring sun. A seal was caught in the river just offshore and on exhibit for some time. A long wharf out into the river was for the accommodation of excursion steamers out of Providence and Pawtucket. Here too were rowboats for rent and sailboats graced the river scene. One of my childhood joys was that of the merry-go-round, a nickel a ride and a free ride if you caught the brass ring. One spent considerable time weighing the advantages of the safe comfort of a sleigh-like container or the exhilarating danger of the horses, deer, and other animals. Remember that when we were kids?
Yes.
Oh, we got stuck sitting in those sleigh things because all the good horses were taken and the again, things.
The ones that go up and down.
Yeah, but everybody
Yeah.
took them first and we got stuck sitting in the seats.
I've been to the couch that's in Fall
In Fall
River
River.
and
Same thing?
Martha's Vineyard
Yeah.
and when at Crescent Park. In East Providence that were like that, where the wooden sleighs wouldn't move, but
Usually the warning bell clanged before I could decide, and I wound up in the sleigh's dull safety because I was too short to climb unassisted to the animals' backs. Yeah, me too.
me too.
Frequent trolleys. Trolleys ran out of Taunton and Fall River every half hour in those days,
Wow.
passing at the various switches along the way. Sometimes there would be 18 or 20 cars in a string headed for Dighton Rock Park on good days. Wednesday and Thursdays were the big nights. A bowling alley was another feature for the men, no women. A man who ran it slept at the park all summer. Fireworks were displayed on various occasions and always drew a crowd. Sunday schools held picnics there, groups planned parties, and Berkeley's big night was the night after the church clam bake. Gradually, as automobiles developed, the park became less of an attraction and was about to be abandoned as vandals had caused considerable damage. Buildings had been raised and lumber stacked to be sold, to be used at Wilbur's Dance Hall in Somerset.
Wow.
At the time of the fire, the figure of $60,000 was given as an approximate cost of construction of the park. A many memoried place for those of us whose era of enjoyment of such things took in Dighton Rock Park. Isn't that the sweetest article you've ever heard?
That
When she
is
talked about the
amazing.
wind and the monkey cage? Who knew about a monkey cage?
I
Not
am.
me.
Yeah.
I thought, and again, this is from my friend in Swansea. She said, I came across an article about your park. Would you like it?
Oh, I think so.
So this is from the Spectator in 1968. What a
Wow.
lovely piece. And the woman writes so nice.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, she used to write like a little weekly or monthly newsletter, and she must have collected all kinds of stuff or whatever. And it was Ruth Howland Wrights. That's why.
What a nice
My grandmother
piece.
always
What a
said,
nice-
Wonderful.
Park renown.
Park burned down.
1921.
1920.
And I can piggyback off of that. So Park Avenue that's down there was named, I found all this up by working on the street project name I'm working on. So Park Avenue, because it was Dighton Rock Park. So the streets that were there, so this is from the Registry of Deeds, 1922, for the layout of what was planned for there.
Oh, my goodness.
So these
Oh my
are,
God.
I'll pass that around. So the streets are Walnut Street, Maple Street, Beach Street, beach like the beach, not like a
Yeah,
tree
Right,
breeze.
right.
Middle Street, Oak Street, Linden Street, and Cedar Street. Middle Street, that's on this map, is Cherry Street. That I don't know, that might be Washington Street that exists. And then, so these were all a bunch of cottages that were planned for that
Oh,
area.
my God.
So you can see how different.
It is. Yeah.
If you look at old aerial views of that, they were small cottages. So I think, like,
That's what they were
if
gonna.
you look
emulate.
on the assessor's map, a Linden Street is there. There's no paved road there, but the streets are. So I think they were there at one time. But if you see, it's very different than what. But that was 1922. So a year later, that development was planned. I don't know how much of it was developed, but it's unbelievable.
What's this here right now?
2 streets. So Park Avenue is there.
Okay.
Cherry.
Washington, and then
Down there.
the last street on the end is where the boat ramp is.
Mhm.
But it looks like they wanted multiple
Look at
houses there.
They were all gonna be like Ocean Grove type, small little cottages.
Talk about development.
River, yeah, so even back, even 1920s, they were planning on.
Do you know Jen Michaels, the realtor? She lives down there. Harry Moore used to live down there. Plenty of people live down there.
Waterfield used to live down there.
Okay.
I'd like to live like right on the water over there. For 1.8.
That is all of my stuff.
That's amazing. I love that.
So just a quick sidebar, how should I word this note to Mrs. Perry?
First, happy birthday.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
If you would be interested in talking with me about your memories of Dighton, I would love to sit with you if you would give me a call and give her your number. I mean, she's certainly going to see the birthday card, so it's not like she's not going to know that you're trying to reach her. Oh, the body of water in the picture behind you, where was that? On your, on your Jonathan Jaget talk, there's a picture of a body of water. Is that the Taunton River?
I haven't seen the video yet.
Oh,
What?
'Cause I just found, I met Pat last night for our meeting about the play we're doing. And she said, so I started watching I'm like, it's done? Last I heard it, it was in the process of being edited. And she's like, oh yeah, it's on there. And I was like, I had no idea. I never got an email saying it was done or anything, which is,
Was that like the design that he had in the back where
I
you're
think
sitting?
I think they could, it's like a green screen, so they could put anything.
it's green screen. He must have put something up
Something
there
up
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a green screen
when we,
when Jeff did it.
yeah.
you'll see it in 1 minute. I have to send them along.
I love those
Okay.
moments.
This is what you look like on, so what's that body of water?
My guess is that's probably the reservoir.
I thought it was.
Well, the Dighton or the Rehoboth?
I'm thinking Dighton because
I thought it might be see the rocks right behind you, so there's a rock
Yeah.
wall.
no, I don't.
I don't know.
I
Is
don't
that-
know.
That's why I didn't know where you were. I just thought maybe you knew
Hmm.
what they put up there. You saw this,
Yeah, go
obviously. Yes.
Yeah. Nice job, though.
Lovely. Everything you did was lovely. I
Lighting
can't
is
tell you
good.
enough how much I liked it.
Thank you. That's actually the next thing to talk about on the agenda.
Well, then I'll do the segue. It was great.
Great. That's awesome to hear. I mean, it's like I said, I really wanted, I think Jeff could probably, I want it to be kind of like a podcast format where
Yeah.
I didn't want you to have to watch it. John's you do because he did put in a lot of pictures that were.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, yeah, can you?
Love the pictures,
Okay, great.
not the maps. You can't see shit. They're too small.
They're too small.
So all you see is a blur, and he's talking about, look at this half and look at, no, you don't see none of that.
Then, yeah, I think the thing.
But the pictures were perfect, nice size, clear, lovely. He had two maps.
Okay, so I'll have to tell Dave that for next time for editing. But if these keep up like that, I mean that's good to know. I think Jeff's went equally as well. I feel like, I mean, Dave even said I didn't know which one was better. He felt they're both
Good.
both good.
Good. That's awesome.
So I think we'll probably be doing Christine Lynch. I know is one that she mentioned she'd be interested in being recorded.
Uh-huh.
So
That was Jeff Alley.
He already did
He
his.
already
did?
he did.
Stealing my
He
pen.
did. It doesn't matter. So
I'm sorry.
episode
I'm sorry.
Jeff would be episode 2, correct? So going into this meeting, my plan was to say that I didn't know when we were going to start again because I didn't want to do a third one and have 3 not out yet. 'Cause I was like, how many are we going to do before they're going to be able to release them? But now that I know at least one of them is done, Jeff's is going to require no editing because there were no pictures. I knew that was taking him the longer part, having him be the only one working on them was that it was just him. So whenever he was going to get around to doing it, and obviously putting in the pictures and having it all line up was going to take more time. But with Jeff's, there were no
There
pictures.
were no pictures.
So-
Just.
And in the future, I'm almost going to suggest that we don't need to do any video component. If that aspect is going to take longer for them to come out, I'd rather have audio only than it take I mean, think how long ago John's was. I mean, that was back in, November.
Well, I liked seeing him
You
talk.
did?
I feel
did?
like, I feel like
Yes.
it's more personable.
Yes.
When
You
you
do like
can
the video
see
aspect.
two people
Even-
together. I feel like that is definitely more personal.
They're having a conversation,
Yes.
we're listening
Mhm.
into their conversation.
Yes, and you can
Okay.
kind of see what the talking points, like some of it was like, he was happy to share, you
Yes,
know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah.
You could see that.
Mhm.
Yeah, if it's just audio, it probably wouldn't get my attention.
Right, yeah, you want to hold their attention, and you did.
Yeah.
So that's good going forward to know for almost, I'm not going to pitch the aspect of, you don't have to do it on video. Unless someone is like, I don't want to do it at all, then I might mention like, okay, well, if you don't want to, because some of
Some
these,
might not want to be on video.
right, some might,
Which is fine, but I
well,
think
the
it was.
fact that Jeff was going to be on it, well,
Well,
I know you
he was
twisted his arm.
resistant. He was a little resistant, and I kept saying to him,
He did
you know,
it.
this.
Jeff did a video, he did, and
Yeah,
one
he
thing,
did. And once he got going, he was
he
fine.
was more than fine. He was more than fine.
You know, he doesn't like,
Willow loves him.
huh?
My dog Willow loves him.
No.
Well, that's true.
But it's like, you know, he kept saying, I kind of like pushed him to it because he has so much information there. And I said, before, he gets to the point where he loses it completely, I wanted it recorded.
I love it.
And I think he was glad he did.
I think what's interesting too is at the Christmas party, he told some of the stories that he told on the recording. Would he have done that before?
Probably not.
I don't know, but I was sitting next to Pat, Olson, not Pat Gales at the party being like, yeah, I know that story. He told me that story already. I'm like, yeah, I have it on video. Don't worry. So it's pretty good having the
But, you know,
exclusive.
nobody has recorded what has gone on or what involves the fire department.
Oh, really?
Because Joe White wouldn't have done that. Ray Costa probably wouldn't have done that. So, where Jeff is, 33 years on the department with the last 8 as chief, that.
I mean, I don't want to give
Conflict.
I don't want to give away some of the things he talked about, but he talked about some stuff that like the babies that I asked him what his finest moment was. He said the babies I delivered. And I was like, whoa, okay, not what I thought you were gonna say, but he went into detail about them and talked about the funny
Because I
stories.
think
Oh my
that
God, it was
part gives
perfect.
Pleasure to anyone who is in that service area.
Correct,
You
yeah.
see enough crap and.
And he
disaster
talked about that.
and everything
And he
else.
talked about that too. He did talk about, that was talked about, what the worst moments were. He mentioned car crashes and stuff like
Yeah.
that, which like you forget about that. You think about houses burning, you forget that they report to car crashes. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
hearing him talk about the babies that were in some of the stories he
He
was
was so
telling.
proud. He's delivered 3 children
Yep.
in his career.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Anybody get named after him? I'm not.
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask that in the interview, but he didn't say it. He didn't say that, so I figured that probably wasn't
And
the
I had
case.
almost delivered one, but she had already delivered just as I was getting in the door. My husband says it doesn't count. I'm like,
Because he had it, so he already had it on his belt, so he was going
he
to have
had
that
it
over you.
from start to finish. Yeah.
But I'm great that the one from John was well received, so that's good.
Awesome.
All right, next thing was historical markers update, Rafa.
Nothing. Update. No contact.
So, is it something that like maybe we can just walk in and just say, hey, I'm here. Can I get it?
I mean, being a
You
school,
Keep saying nothing month after month
Yeah.
after month.
being at school, you have to get buzzed in. Obviously, I don't know how much you can walk in with it.
Yeah.
If
oh,
that,
yeah, yeah,
that's the
have
only
to
thing.
be-
I know, it's
Yeah.
not like when I was a kid, I guess. Okay, I get it.
By the way, when Vicky passed the solar house, remember she was one that had a historical marker? She had to take it with her because the new owner wanted to burn it.
Burn the marker or the house?
The historical marker.
Why?
I don't know, but she got pissed. No, I'm gonna take it with me. Okay, fine.
So I
she
think
asked
that
for it.
might be part of her dementia story. Why would the new owner want to burn
A
a
marker specifically.
You could say.
I don't want
"It's
it,"
not
or-
your taste, I don't want it. But why would I say I'm
Yeah.
gonna burn it?
Maybe Vicky was worried she was going to burn it.
No,
I don't, but
so I passed by her house, it's gone.
well, okay. But and I think we'll definitely go back to this topic when Pat gets here. But when we stopped by the Historical Society and we noticed that marker is a slightly different shade of red than the one that's on the outside of this building. What?
Anybody clean it yet? Because I had to clean mine. Boy, that thing gets dirty.
Oh, I don't know.
I haven't cleaned mine.
Okay, is yours get direct? Mine's on the porch. I have a porch that, and it's over here. So it's next to the front door. It faces north. And it got black. The cars going by. Maybe my house is closer to the street than yours is, but it was filthy.
But they had also been doing work on that street too, and I'm wondering if that
Oh, the pollution.
contributed to some.
Oh, from them doing, yeah, all that work.
Fantastic, and a paper towel,
Okay.
and then just kept cleaning it because the paper towels kept coming out black.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch the paint or anything. I didn't, hurt the surface, but it was filthy. So when you say it's a different color, is it a different color or is it dirt?
I don't know. That's a good point. I'll definitely.
Because that's close to the road.
Yeah.
This-
And William Street's a very busy road.
Is it ever?
And there's been work done on that road, so.
Just bring some fantastic and a paper towel.
Think I-
Then see what color it turns.
But one thing is that as we walked by, I said, Pat, these are just stickers on it. I said, why?
I know,
I said, why don't we just make them? And then she goes, I think that's what other towns do. So I was like, why don't we?
I have a thing that we can make the vinyl. I'm not good at like, hey, let's
What after?
choose this in whatever color or whatever, but it's easy enough to like literally buy.
Is it easy enough to also lay the stickers on and have it be done the right way?
Can you pluck them off? If you want.
I feel like you could have if you sat there.
Mine you can't. No, mine's on the.
Like a
Layers of
polyurethane?
polyurethane or
Yeah, because that's what
something.
you're supposed
You
to
can't
do.
pluck
When
The
you
one,
do
the one,
any
the one
kind of-
outside, the one outside the John Windsor house is the Winslow Davis house is not like that because I even looked at them. I didn't tip my thumb up. I'm like, Pat, I think if I just went like that, I'd peel it off.
So what usually, if you use permanent vinyl on anything like that, you're supposed to cover it with some kind of waterproof sealant.
Yeah.
And so that way you can't just pluck
Mhm.
the stuff
Mm.
off. I mean, because I've made signs and stuff for myself, which I'm making another sign for myself. Yeah. It's just all in how you have to get expensive vinyl. You're not gonna get like $4 vinyl and expect it to last. So
Mm.
you just get like the nice vinyl. It's like 20-something bucks or
Okay,
whatever.
just a thought, just a thought. Why don't you make one for your house?
And see what,
Like, okay.
And like a prototype, like, look at, I can make this, and you need one for your house anyway, sooner or later. So you want the size, you have the size?
I don't have, I would need the details if I can get the details.
wooden marker?
And yeah, I don't need the wooden marker. I mean, I just need the size of like the plaque, like if it's gonna be
It's an oval
oval.
It's an oval.
An oval shape,
Dimensions.
what kind of color?
It's like a
I
cranberry.
can give you all that.
Who has
Yeah, if you can give me
who's
that,
painted the ones in
then.
the past? Who specifically has painted them? Like, does that paint
It was
exist
the one-
somewhere?
Yeah, it was the one, I believe, it's the guy from, was it Marshfield? I forget, Marblehead, maybe one of this, but he went down in business. He shut down his business. He was the one who made the original.
How many exist in town?
And then there's Paul Pacheco, of course, and then.
About
the-
6,
6.
something like that.
Mhm.
I got 2.
We got 2. And then Paul
Rack's got
Reynolds,
one up.
Because
Paul Reynolds applied, but he moved. So,
we did.
yeah,
But Shari, you'd also need also the font of the lettering too. The font of the lettering, the color.
It was like a cream.
Yeah, it was a cream.
I mean, the color of the marker, but yes, the letters are a cream color.
The color was almost like the color of your.
Just
sweatshirt.
about,
it's cranberry apple,
just about.
cranberry apple, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go and get like, I'm not gonna get expensive ones, but like a mock-up of, I'll go get the oval. Cause I can go to Hobby Lobby. It's an excuse to go there, which
Is it-
I love Hobby
is it-
Lobby.
They're not open on Sundays.
I know,
Them and Chick-fil-A,
I
for
know.
the same reason. are
I
not
know.
open on Sundays. Is it just it's not just a flat oval though? Isn't it kind of embossed on the side?
It's like an inch thick.
An inch.
But isn't it kind of like curve up on, I'm sure there's a fancy term for it.
No,
it's
No,
not.
it is
No,
flat, is it just
flat.
flat ovals?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll do my best to try and find what I
'Cause
think.
I'm like, Pat, I think at this point, I said, Pat, we're striking out at every. I
I
said,
know.
how hard is it to get someone to make a marker? And when she said, well, I think, and I said, why don't we just make our own? She goes, I think most towns do that. So I was like, why haven't we been doing that?
Because she didn't want us
No.
doing a money-making thing. That was, and I kinda
Right, because
understand
then
that.
I'm buying, okay, can you text me that, or can I?
So do whatever you want, take it.
Not her phone, but take that.
Share? I don't know how to do this one.
Well, how would you like it? As a text?
Yeah,
Do I have you in here? We'll see.
I guess Pat does not move to the top of the, well, because Pat was,
She forgot.
I don't have you in.
well, Pat was hoping that she'd be top,
So-
move to the top of the agenda, but I guess that hasn't been the case.
So I think I need your number.
Yep.
Try that.
okay, 339.
Yep.
235.
Yep.
4606.
339-235-4606.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we've got people that have been waiting and everything else.
Get it?
I did.
Okay, this is the picture that I'm sharing with her. So I have two of them,
Oh,
so you can see the edges or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I thought they were,
Okay.
Now you
why was
have
it
an
called the Joe Perry Sweet House?
Suit. They pronounce it, it's Portuguese.
Oh, it's from a soup.
So it's Joe Perry Suit. That
Oh,
was
is
his
it?
name. That was his name. He built the house.
I did not know it's pronounced suit.
Yes.
Okay.
Next on the agenda, we have review, discuss, and act Wellington Dighton anniversary.
I have struck out 0. I have got no response from the phone number that I called.
You called and left
Is
a
that voicemail?
message for the Reverend who wants to be known as Reverend, and he didn't return your call.
Nope.
Did you sound very unchurch-like when you called? Did you say anything like,
I was
hey?
gonna say,
No,
did you
I
take
don't-
did you take the Lord's name in vain
Yes.
when you?
Unless, they're not doing voicemail or whatever, I don't know.
Stop by on a Sunday.
Yeah, dress up,
That's
go to
just
the
about what
church.
I was gonna do, because I mean, this is crazy. I've called a couple of times and got no response.
Is there a church group on Facebook?
Hmm.
Like maybe if the Reverend himself does not communicate
You
that
would-
way,
Think,
But-
there's no other,
but I wonder if there's a church group on Facebook that someone monitors and you can message or post onto their Facebook page or something.
Yeah, looking for blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Sure is.
oh, there is.
And Gilbert and Myrna are friends of that Brick Church group. So it's called Brick Church.
And there,
Catchy name.
and there is an option, details in a relationship, yeah, with God. Oh, it says in a relationship.
It's got 192 people who like it and follow.
So it seems to be set up like a person, not like a
Right, it is.
page.
It is.
So it allows you to message them.
It does allow you to message.
So I would
Right
go ahead
there
and
with that little message button.
I would add friend and message, because if you message someone on Facebook you're not friends with, it goes to their spam Facebook message folder and is therefore not
I
often
wondered if
seen.
that's where their answering machine's going, is to spam.
But I would say it might be, or even posting on their wall, quote unquote. Doing both.
And you said Myrna is a friend?
Yes, she is. And so is Gil Garnett. You know Gilbert?
Yes, I do.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure your husband sees Gilbert for scouting things.
Yes, he does.
So you could just say, hey, how do I talk to those Brick
Okay.
Church people?
All right, we'll try that then.
Next we have is review, discuss, and act plaque for Catherine Yell / town flag. According to Pat's note, she requested a quote from JC Company, capital J, capital C. They did the Boston cane plaque for us. Send 2 versions of wording looking for their input. I'm not sure, she put send, SEND,
Not sent, S-E-N-T.
correct. But then she.
Want to red circle it? Come on. I really hope you should have put a T there. That's right.
The way it's written, it's like.
You should enjoy that because she does it to you all
Is
the
she
time.
asking us to, is she saying that she wants us to send 2 versions?
Well, I would think she would send.
Yeah.
Right,
She should have sent,
2 versions, right.
asking for their input.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll put even a star next to that to talk about that one.
A star and a circle. Ooh, those are fighting words.
Refuse to discuss an act time capsule. She put ED, talked with Mark.
Good.
Historical Commission is on the next BOT meeting, January 15th at 2:30.
Board of Trustees.
Trustees. So I would say to discuss without replacing the time capsule there.
Mhm.
7, budget review, discuss and act FY 26 expenditures and balance invoice for the brochure holders, $30.44. The shipping was $6.99. Need Rafa and Pat to sign. This leaves a balance of $569.56. This is the invoice. Timing. We're done. No, we're not done. We're not done. I guess you want to put on the top of the agenda?
Why not?
I don't know why not.
No.
I would move for the agenda.
Hard for you to sign, a gift from Mrs. Olson.
Oh,
And you missed the lovely story.
Yeah.
It was a lovely story.
Don't worry, you get to watch it YouTube.
yeah.
The cards for Dorothy Perry.
Argument for you.
I put a note in there about having her come. You're getting a call. I don't know if it's relevant to you.
No.
Okay.
That's fine.
I saw it flashing, so I just wanted you to know.
I keep it flashing just in case I can't find my phone.
On the
Like,
27th.
call me so I can see.
She's an Aquarius, just like me.
Do you want to write that down? Yeah, it's like me. Go ahead. Yeah, continues.
Age of Aquarius.
That's right, the best. All right, we got it.
Happy birthday, you 103-year-old you.
You live in 103.
Do you know her?
Have I seen her? Yes. Am I friendly with her? No.
No.
I'm friendly with her nephew. Her nephew, he's a riot, Bruce. Bruce used to belong to a rock band.
That name.
Lovely little Christmas decoration.
That's from Princess House because he was discussing Princess House with Jonathan Jaget in his
Uh-huh.
little talk. So I brought in a Princess House ornament for everyone.
Love it.
Pat, would you like to resume sharing?
So you can continue.
Do you want to back up to, we're going to back up to his and we're going to back up to hers?
Sure. So we're backing up to the historical markers update,
Yep.
which we already talked about, but we'll move on. We'll go back to it. About how you and I, when we saw the one on the Winslow Davis house,
Yeah,
you noticed that the the color looked different.
yeah,
Pat,
hugely.
Pat has a comment to make about that.
My plaque is on a north wall. Yours is on you're not north.
That's
No, you're
east,
west.
west.
I got all black stuff on mine. My house is close, that house is close to the road. My house is sort of close to the road. His is further back on Lincoln Ave. I had all black all over the sign. So I took some Windex and a paper towel, black stuff. So maybe the coloring of it has something to do with, did you try cleaning it?
No,
Because I cleaned mine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just
Okay.
a suggestion, that's all, that you're near a lot of traffic going by and
yeah.
perhaps there's something on there.
I think I have a picture of it, that one from early on.
But that was also the first one that we ever got. So
Yeah.
it could be
A
a
little
different color.
different, yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
So what?
Well, color phase in time.
And Shara volunteered to make a mock-up. When I said that half jokingly the other day when I met you, why don't we just make our own? Shara said that
She's gonna make one for her house, which she would like
It's a
anyway.
random one
a
and.
mock-up, well,
I'll make a mock-up, like a.
Prototype.
Prototype, just to see if
Okay.
it's
Okay.
something that is feasible, because we're not getting anywhere.
Rafa
No, we're
struck out
not.
again.
Keep saying no update, no update, no update.
Yeah.
Which brings us to
Barge
Irene's.
in Mike Rose's office and, hello, here we are.
I think he personally that he probably overspoke and it's a bigger project or it's too much of a continuing project for the kind of programming that they run, you know?
That's what I started thinking too, Pat.
Yeah.
So Irene also has a no update. I think it's 3 months, isn't it?
No, it's only two.
2?
No one
Okay.
got back to you?
So there's a Brick Church Facebook page.
Okay.
So now she's gonna go that way because Myrna is on that, a friend of that, and Gil Garnett, and she's friendly with Gil
yeah,
Garnett. So I mean, she
yeah.
has a connection in kind
Yeah,
of thing.
okay, okay.
Because I called a couple of times, left a message on the voicemail for the phone.
Yeah, yeah,
Got nowhere.
okay.
And going to the plaque for Catherine Yale for the town flag. You requested a quote from JC Company. They
Yeah.
did the Boston King plaque for us. You put send to
Oh, I
version?
sent.
Oh, good thing we circled it in red.
That was.
But you, hey, look at you. Pat said. I said, she's done it to you, and he just sat there. 'Cause
I was like, send to version? Did she mean sent?
Sent, yeah, I sent to, these are the two, the one that we worked on. And then one just a little different layout, a little AI help with some of the wording. And I asked for his opinion. I haven't heard back from him yet. But I called him first. I wasn't sure he was still in business because we
the guy
like,
in Bridgewater.
no, he's in,
Oh.
he used to be in Westport. He's the one that did the Boston Post cane plaque and we liked
Okay.
that.
Yep.
So I figured we'd see what he came through. There's different woods, 10 by 8. The most expensive was a walnut wood plaque.
Well, the guy in Bridgewater did the one for the wood that was taken from the Briggs house.
That's, oh, I forgot. Yes.
So he's in,
He's in,
go to
I-
Michaelson's
106,
cattle auction
yeah,
and take a
yeah.
right, and he's right over there on the right.
what is, A1, I think he is or something.
No idea.
I'll reach out to
No
him
idea.
too.
And they signed last thing next was gonna be the budget planning. They signed the invoices.
Yep.
We talked about the historical commission being on the agenda for the board of trustees.
Yep.
Are you attending that meeting?
Yeah. Thursday.
Afternoon, right? 2:30?
Yep.
Did Mark seem
Well, the question
receptive of the
was,
idea?
like, where would it go? They don't actually have a lot of shelf space, but they're willing to talk about it, so. Okay. So that's where we're at?
Yep.
Okay.
Do we need a motion to, I guess we don't,
No, because for the invoice,
correct.
no, because we had voted to not exceed so much money and we didn't exceed it. Great. So,
Have they come in yet?
yeah, I have them at my house. Yep. I picked them up Thursday, I think it was. So we'll get those to town hall and I'll bring them Thursday to the Board of Trustees meeting, Seafield, for the library. Okay.
Did you see the voting machine in the library?
I love that.
Lovely. Think about this now. What if it was raised up onto something with a shelf underneath to put the.
Time capsule.
It's too short.
It
It's
is.
a nice machine, but it's too short. So
Yeah, because
you look
that came
down.
from my vote, yeah.
Okay, so if it was on
Yes.
anything, to raise it up, make it look prettier, and it's so pretty.
Yeah, it is.
And then all you need is a little spot underneath it and put your time capsule.
Oh, I like the way she thinks.
Mhm. Good idea. Oh, nice in there.
Well, because I thought it was too nice for the way it's being displayed. It's taking away from how cute it is. And it's cute, so it's pretty.
Look me, I'm a time capsule.
And then
I don't think.
because you can have the time capsule close, and just label on
You
it,
can even put a plaque
a little label on it.
above it saying
Yeah.
dumb, Just a question about the wording, on the phasing, the plaque wording too, we put sadly Catherine passed away in 2007,
That's what we had talked about at our last meeting.
but not up here.
No,
Okay. I don't know if.
because I kind of put that into AI, Chat GPT. And that's kind of like after a number of tries, that's what,
Oh, yeah.
because I kept telling him, change this, change that.
Don't we pick an option? I know you're gonna forward. I like
I-
option 2. I don't like option 1 at all.
Right, because
Okay.
It's too long.
It's too
Yeah.
wordy.
You're gonna pay for that.
right. Looking at the wording of,
All right, I'll tell him. Okay.
next on the agenda was to review, discuss and act FY 27 budget planning, which we have before us here.
All right, I sent everyone, they're asking for 2 budgets. Not that I think it really makes much difference whether there's a debt exclusion or no debt exclusion, because money's so tight anyway. So the one with let's do the top of the page, no debt exclusion. Basically, I put in for professional and technical with 375, would be 3 members and or consulting fees, 3 members to go to a conference. No communications, we still have plenty of stamps. I couldn't think of anything else that would fit under communications besides postage.
Maybe printing, but even that, we get that from town hall, so, I mean, not printing like anything fancy, but
Yeah.
like,
Other supplies, just archival supplies. If we ever get a town building historic marker or office supplies. And then up the travel, because the travel price went up to $70. And that really only covers 1 car, maybe going 30 miles. So with no debt exclusion on a zero-based budget, it would be $625. When I was working on this, I was like, you know what? I said, we really need to make like a dream budget, like if we wanted to do all of our surveys, our updates and all of that. And then somehow that this is really the kind of money that we should have to be able to fulfill our mission of what we're doing,
what was that dream budget?
Well, I didn't work on that because I ran out of time.
Okay.
But I think if we have that discussion like throughout, rather than at the last minute, we're, like trying to make our budget fit into whatever is going on for the town, and the town doesn't really, we don't understand, they don't understand like what our function is. So, but I think right now, given what's going on with the finances and stuff, the 625 is probably as best as we're going to do.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's lowered.
It's low, it's pretty low. That 600 is pretty low.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you think we could have gone, we think we could go for more? Well, obviously.
I mean,
And that,
I'm constrained too, so I get it.
yeah.
No, I know,
So
yeah.
I was looking at our budget that we have now. So, and one of the things we have to explain is how we spend money is not every month. We're not spending a percentage of our budget. The other departments are spending a percentage of their budget every month.
Typically do.
And it's
yeah.
not so there's Serena says your budget should be like, 55% spent or whatever.
We can go 8 months and spend nothing,
Right,
or spend it all in the first 2 months.
right.
mhm.
Like, there's a conference coming up in June, so that Mass Alliance Conference, that tends to be at the end of the year. So, I mean, if we're gonna send people to that in June, there's 225.
Right.
No, yeah, 250 right there. but you don't see that until June. So then it looks, so it's not spread out over
No,
the whole fiscal year. And I realized that last year after we went to the finance committee, that the way we spend money is different than the way other departments spend money.
Without a doubt.
So that's if there's no debt exclusion. If there is a debt exclusion, of course, everything is going to be cut. Again, I think it's important that we have money in for professional and technical stuff, whether it's we go to a conference or we have a consulting fee. I mean, we could probably even have someone come in and give a presentation for us too.
Right.
That thought just entered my head, on something. Other supplies, I just dropped down to like 150, and then travel dropped down to 50. So it came down to 575. I don't know if anyone has any other ideas, suggestions.
Go for more and then they're gonna give you less, like you can't,
That's what I said to Pat.
yeah, you can't.
Typical negotiation tactic.
Yeah, because, and you can't go low unless they give you an actual number that you have to hit.
Do you think the $100 between the two budgets is gonna mean
no, it's
a
not.
piss hole in the snow?
No, it's not.
It's
I
not.
feel like.
So
you
I
need
would
to
give them the
keep-
one
Yes.
with the higher number.
Yes.
And that's it, say,
But already going low as it is.
exactly.
We
So
really
that-
are,
That
because-
$100 is
yeah.
not gonna make anybody
No,
Right,
save a salary.
no, it's not.
No.
No.
So keep them both the same. I did think about that as I was,
I
And
think
that's
so.
I would. I mean, it's not.
That would be my
it's not
vote.
what you're asking.
My vote would be keep both the same.
I would.
okay,
it's like the selectmen trying to come and say, oh, the nonprofits are gonna pay for use of the common. I mean, what they were gonna hack
Oh.
for us
Mm,
wasn't even gonna put a drop in the bucket for what they're supposedly. My personal opinion is the school department gonna take the cut in there?
No,
No, and that's not right.
It's
never.
okay.
Because the department that Jeff is on,
Never.
they're looking at,
Yeah.
and that's not right either.
One of the things that, when I looked at this, I mean, if there is no debt exclusion, there was no suggestion like as to a percentage of that you should take from your budget, like if across the boards, if every department took 25% or 10%, there wasn't a suggestion like that. So, I was like, well, there's no suggestion, so
I would stay.
just,
I would stay
okay.
unless you
I-
disagree
No,
strongly.
And you're gonna have to explain that, right? When we're
Yeah.
there, like we need
Well, we went from $1,100
the 600.
Bingo.
600.
Bingo.
That was
So,
$500 cut.
Yeah, we
So-
can't cut anymore.
so what they say is because we don't spend all of our money, so we have to spend
We're gonna
all of our
spend
money.
it.
We're going to spend it, yes.
We have to, we have to go to the conference because we keep saying it. Or like you said, have a guest speaker come here,
Right.
and, yeah.
Okay. No, I did think about keeping them the same. I'm perfectly fine with that. I was just, like, okay, no debt exclusion. Looking
They've
for
already
cuts.
cut us enough. We're good.
Yes, they have.
So I'll
Okay.
make the motion that we submit the budget for $625 for both the debt exclusion and the non-debt exclusion budget.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, so now I have to fill this out because everyone has to sign it. You know what, let's just sign it.
I can imagine if we were like at $1,100 and then,
Still,
you know what I mean? Then it's okay. Let's work with it, but.
Fill that in now. There's no numbers in it yet. I'll put numbers in.
Yours is not.
Just less than.
Imagine, no, but
What you show it should be.
versus. I don't know if it was, certain things.
That's being signed. The next item agenda is under preservation. We're discussing act goals for updating historical survey. We should be considering our updating of historical properties, areas to be considered. There are properties that
100.
have not been updated or surveyed.
So I think it's important that we continue the work that we've been doing. Stacy will be finishing up with the Mount Hope. We should have the draft by the end of this month for the Mount Hope thing. The Mount Hope nomination for the application. So we should also be taking a look at what else do we want to do. I know there's areas, there's houses that are, 100 that we haven't done. There's areas that we probably need to take a look at again. So how do we want to proceed? What do we want to do?
I have a quick question on that. How accurate is the year built section on the assessor's map? I know you're not the Board of Assessors.
Pathetic.
Because
No.
I was gonna say, like, the macro site has one thing and the assessor's map has one thing, and I'm like,
No,
and also I go to like the old historical aerial views, and I'm like, that house was built before 19X. So I'm like, what are you
they
talking
have a
about?
default date, and this happens in a lot of towns and that most towns in the assessing offices. They just put a default date on it.
And they're not interested in correcting them.
No,
They're not, so
No.
they leave them to be bad.
yeah,
I went through that dating my house.
So that's one thing I was wondering about, like the dates of certain houses. I guess the Macros website is probably more accurate.
that's more accurate, the assessor one at least gives you, some information. The ones on there, and because you got to remember, houses that were built in 1920 are now 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My house is 100 years old.
Hmm,
The ones in Mount Hope, the ones in Mount Hope, they're now 100 years old.
hmm.
Yeah,
So
yeah, mine is
I mean,
hundreds.
I still think the Broad Cove, possibly submitting it as an area. Most of the buildings down there have been surveyed already. I'm sure, going back to this topic, I'm sure that they probably need to be updated or added. The biggest detriment or change to the area is County Street running through it.
Hmm.
But a lot of the stone walls are still there from when those farmhouses were there. Some of the oldest houses are still down there towards the south end of Elm Street are still there. Some buildings from the Dighton Rock Park that we talked about earlier, there's a couple that are still there from the 1920s. But, and we talked about too, that would include Dighton Rock,
Dairy.
the Dairy Farm, which already has an area form.
that has an area form that was never active.
Correct,
and
but-
I don't think it was really completed either, I think.
But but you're talking Richmond Hill too. I mean, Hunter's Hill, I mean, that's all, I know
That's, yeah.
Richmond Hill might be a little too far north to be considered part of Broad
Yeah.
Cove, but Hunter's Hill definitely. Does the original Hart House still stand? I'm assuming no, correct?
No, it's it.
The stone house on,
Yep.
because that's not even on the area form. That's not on Macros at all.
No, there's some houses that are not on map.
And when you consider that, again, like that's a namesake for the street
Yeah.
is Hart, you'd think for sure you'd want that to be. What address is it? Do you know?
No.
And
Is it still a house that someone's living in, or is it just,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I believe the Pavo family lives there now.
Oh, Marie Pavo?
I don't know her first name, the Pavo.
Because that's, I mean, I grew up with Justin Pavo, Marie and Jeff who passed away, but our Pavo is on Hart Street and I did not know that house was that one. So that's my suggestion is Broad Cove.
So Broad Cove would be one. I'd like to see more work done up in the Wellington area, in West Dighton, because we only did 10 properties
Did you
there.
do anything on the other side of 44? Is there anything to do on the other side of 40?
I don't think so.
Well, there's, Dighton is on the other side.
Yeah,
So
yeah, there are, I think there's some up there.
we've done nothing.
We've done nothing in that area.
I don't want to alienate a section. So yeah, we've done here. I just don't want those people to feel left out. But I also like the idea of doing the old Dighton Rock Park.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah,
idea.
that's.
Because, you know, you got a lot of history on it.
Mhm.
Well, now let's do something with it.
Yeah,
And what, do we know what's left in there?
is at least one house.
At least one
Well,
house?
wasn't part of the park, but it's part of
Yeah.
the Riverside little cottage community that was there. One of those houses still stand is and has been inventoried on the Macros one.
Okay.
And that would also technically fall under Broad Cove.
But I would guess there'd be more than one.
Right.
I would guess.
No, you're right. There are quite a few houses still in that area, so.
Yeah. So I like that. I like the other side of 44.
Segregated.
Oh, we're a different animal in Segregated. I lived in Segregated
Is
first.
there enough? I would say.
Well, Segregated is this area.
We are right here.
Segregated is no more because
Right, so that probably not.
Yeah.
the postal area, the post office has been abolished.
Right.
But many still consider this part segregated.
Segregated.
Mhm.
Well, not the new people.
I know, not the new people.
Well, Broad Cove Village is no
But a
more
lot
per
of
se, but
a lot of the houses that were done here were also done in the last survey, and also a lot of the houses have been gone, but we can certainly take a look at it as an area. So maybe we should look at the surveys that have been completed. Broad Cove, Segregated, lump it together, see what else is maybe available. I like the idea of across the other side of 44 too.
Only because.
Just to see what's over there. You might, you never, yeah.
Yeah.
North Street,
there's a couple of houses on Chestnut Street that haven't, I mean, literally two houses on the Chestnut Street area that have been inventoried, but I'm sure there are probably more.
So we're talking like Chestnut Street, North
North
Street.
Street.
Pretty much where it, yeah, not, well, that's Dighton, so not what's called Wheeler's Corner there, 'cause that's Rehoboth. So
Walker Street?
Wheeler's Corner,
Walker.
44 and New Street.
Oh, okay.
That corner is
Now that
called
you said
Wheeler's
Walker
Corner.
Street, there's like Walker Street and Wheeler Street.
Wheeler, yeah.
A Walker, and with the Walker house stands still.
I was gonna say Walker Street has some old homes on it.
That's not El Nathan Walker. Colonel El Nathan, the
Yeah,
one that,
yeah, yeah,
that stands.
Where's Kirk? Isn't Kirk Street over there?
Yeah.
For Terrace.
Kirk
It
Terrace,
is
yeah.
off of Wheeler, I think.
Yeah, it is.
All right, do we want to like just each of us take a section and just bring some information back for the next meeting on the different areas we just talked about?
I've already started working on Broad Cove, so I don't mind doing that.
Okay. And Pat, you want to kind of look at the other side of 44?
Sure.
And
We already have area forms that weren't completed for Brick, South Dighton,
Bricks, South Dighton,
um,
Lower Four Corners,
Lower Four Corners, Lincoln Ave,
Lincoln Ave,
School Street,
Mount Hope Finishing Company.
and the Lower Taunton River.
The Lower Taunton River is that great big one that was done before.
Correct.
So South Dighton is a part of that, as is South Dighton.
Just South Dighton,
Lower
Lower,
Four Corners, I think.
no,
No.
Lower Four Corners is not, well, the way it's done now on the Macros map, Lower Four Corners does not overlap
Yeah.
with it.
Okay.
But Lower Four Corners might be a good one too.
I'll take a look at Walker and Wheeler Street. What do you want to take a look at, Raffer?
Awfully quiet down there.
What about houses built in the 1950s? I mean, they aren't getting old. Should we consider them?
1950s, well, how about the ones that were built in 1930s and
Yes,
40s?
30s, yeah.
You want to see what you can find out on houses in 1930s and 40s?
Sure.
Shara or Irene?
Give me something.
Yeah.
Because, but I'm also doing the prototype and
Oh, do you?
I have a lot of other stuff going on.
Do your prototype. Are you good?
Yeah, I don't know what area you want me to look
You
at.
should do Wellington because you're talking about the Wellington.
And next month's.
The anniversary.
Wellington, actually, Wellington,
I'm sorry.
now at Wellington encompasses like 2/3 of the town. Never mind.
You should be able to.
Get on that, Irene.
Now, what part of Wellington was done before?
Nothing?
If you're talking
There-
about,
there-
you can't, no, cross it off your list.
That was was called.
Didn't we do a big thing with Wellington,
Yeah,
right?
I have my little notebook
Yeah.
on Wellington. Wellington was 2/3 of the town. Dighton was the other 1/3.
So we're talking most of the
So you're
town.
talking most, go ahead, Irene.
When I said Wellington, I meant more Wellington Street in West Dighton is actually what I meant. The Goffs Hill, that whole area.
Street, North Dayton.
Yeah, well, yeah, Wellington Street, see what we haven't done in that area.
We have at least 3 parcels on Goffs Hill,
Yeah,
the meeting house.
okay.
What is Goffs Hill?
Where the West Dighton church is.
Oh. Can tell she didn't watch your video, huh?
That's right. You can tell that.
How old is the Unitarian Church? Like right on Elm?
Oh, that's from 1775.
Yeah, around there. That's the oldest one in town.
That's.
But the West Dighton church is right behind it.
Which
Not-
was
not
the
far.
oldest. John said his brother likes to
I
brag.
don't know that it is.
I'm just telling you what he said.
I know, because I think the church I think the Swansea Baptist Church is older than that one.
Well, you'll have to find out.
Because
now.
wasn't the Swansea Baptist Church
I don't know. anything.
involved in the King Philip's War, which would make it older than the one in
I don't
West
know.
Dighton?
I don't know. Bring that for us for
Great.
historical sharing.
Thanks, Pat.
Be careful.
I see what you two are doing.
Be careful. Okay, we have a semi-plan.
A semi-plan.
Next was reports for the America's 250th, January 25th. Myrna Santos has a presentation on the Old Bristol Path Friendship Hall, 2 p.m. March 1st, Rendezvous with Rachel Revere, presentation at Old Town Hall, 2 p.m. Planning for a RW Memorial
Revolutionary War.
is making in progress.
Who's Rachel Revere?
Paul Revere's wife.
Didn't know that. What did she do?
So she stayed in Boston while he
While he was
left.
running around the countryside.
She won't actually be here for the presentation. It's a
So it's
reenactment,
her
right?
story about how tries to, what she should do while the British have blockaded everyone into Boston. So she's there alone with, I think it's 14 children. And
You're never alone with.
and Paul, of course, had been to Concord and Lexington, and he couldn't get back into the city. So she tries to make it's a little bit of our audience participation, is trying to make a plan in whether she should stay in the city or if she should escape
With 14 kids.
with 14 kids. So
Under a big
it's
trench
the
coat.
same woman that did,
It's crazy.
oh, I just lost my, Deborah Sampson. It's the same woman that does Deborah Sampson. The same Judith something or other. Begins with a K. She's very good,
I never heard.
Oh, what's her
Rachel
name?
Revere.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
woman,
I've seen
I've
that.
heard of her, but I've never like.
if this is
really,
what I'm
like, I don't
thinking
know.
about, she's done, I think she was a teacher I had at BCC. Older woman.
No.
No,
Oh,
she's not.
never mind. I'm thinking of.
No,
No.
so
So this thing on March 1st, where is that gonna? be?
here
Oh, okay.
at Old Town Hall
And
at 2
then
PM.
meeting tonight with Bristol Aggie using Woods Farm for reenactment.
It's so exciting. They approved us to use the field for the reenactment for the 250th
Wow.
for September 25th through the 27th.
Anyone who opposed it?
No, no, no. So it was good.
Are you sleeping out overnight in a tent?
Absolutely not.
You want to think about it?
No.
Okay.
My idea of camping is an inexpensive motel.
That is true camping.
Mine also is a camper with a shower and a bed, so
Mine's
I'm not-
I actually do real camping, tent, air mattress.
Oh, no, thank
With
you.
your husband and 2 kids?
Oh, hell no. My husband camping? No, we went camping once together. Let's just say he was fishing. I was reading a book. It got dark and he was like, he heard a noise and he's like, nope. And I was like, wait for me.
How about your 2 kids?
Before kids.
Oh.
So never did it again. huh?
Nope, I've been camping with my kid, with Jacob, but no, Frank's like, hell no.
My husband used to like camping too, and I was, go right ahead. I'm good.
That's what he says to me.
Frank and I would understand each other.
They can commiserate in your love of camping. Under other, review, discuss, and act Zoom recordings. About 68% of committees record their meetings. Our views are close to the others, with the exception of the Board of Selectmen or Conservation, or if big issues are on the agendas of others. Our historical discussions add to the sharing of Dighton's history, which matches our mission statement and goals. So Pat, your feeling was to keep recording.
Well, I gave it a lot of thought and I looked at, I actually went through and kind of like did some statistics.
Some of them had higher numbers than what I thought they were gonna have.
Some of them have higher numbers than you think. Ours, for the size committee we are pretty consistent with the other ones. But then I was thinking about how much we've been enjoying our historical, sharing and discussions. And I said, oh, those are really cool to share. And then I thought about what our mission is, it is to provide historical education, knowledge, sharing of information. And this is one way with recording our meetings that we can do it. So it matches our mission statement and our goals to record. So my opinion is that we should keep recording. Of course, it's up to the group, whatever we want to do.
I agree.
Thoughts?
We know what raffle.
Continue.
I'm fine with that.
I don't wish to continue. I made that clear.
Mhm.
Obviously, I thought you disagreed with that, which is why it's dragging on 2 more months just to talk about it again, because it wasn't last month, it was the month before. I told you I don't enjoy saying things. You don't know who's hearing that. If I say something today, I said something that sort of came out like a swear. So no, I am not comfortable doing that, and I won't continue doing that.
Well, we can put it up for a vote.
Oh, there's obviously no need if everybody wants
yeah.
it and I don't. So then the question is, do I choose to stay here? That's up to me.
Mhm. Okay, all right.
But is that what your sentiment, is that the same sentiment as the other ones in other committees who feel the same way as you do? That they're afraid that they might say something?
I
that
have no
other people
idea what other committees
would
feel. All I'm
misinterpret?
telling you is my thoughts. I said that I didn't feel comfortable continuing on doing that. And obviously, if you want to continue doing that, that's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you want. Do I choose to be part of that? It's up to me to make that
Right.
decision. But I have nothing to do with other committees.
Right, but we've been recording, been having Zoom recordings since since the COVID. How could we just speak by then?
I hated it all along. So finally, when I said something, I honestly thought, if you know that someone on your committee is uncomfortable doing something, that it would be addressed, but that's not the way it came out. So that's fine. Again, my decision.
I don't enjoy being recorded either, but we are a public commission. So, and we are providing information and it matches our mission and goals. So I feel we have to continue.
Because even if without Zoom, assuming that it's a public gathering, we can still have people watching us. So what difference does it make if it's recorded by Zoom or not in public? You still would feel the same way, right? With people present?
You see how many people come to our meetings?
No, just for the sake of argument, it's a hypothetical question, but
Well-
assuming there's like even one person.
No one seems to take the initiative to come to our meetings. So I don't think it's an issue, you know?
Have we had anybody correspond on our?
Can they?
Zoom?
Well, the ones that, when they post on YouTube, is the public allowed to comment on YouTube videos?
I don't think
So
so.
they can't. The chat,
The comment section has been disabled.
right, so no one,
For all.
right, so no one can comment on the YouTube videos. There's no, to literally make a comment on the YouTube video, there's no way for them to do that because comments are disabled on the town account. So even if someone wanted to, they couldn't.
I mean, people do watch. I think the last.
Well, yeah, it tracks the number of views, but it doesn't, or likes, if you were to like it or dislike it, it would comment, but you literally, it's like a lot of like Ellen, her talk show, her videos, you can't make a comment on them. A lot of like trailers of clips of Disney things, because kids watch them, comments are disabled. You cannot make a comment on it. So the town account has opted to not allow comments on the YouTube videos.
But it
Which
is.
I think-
but
which I
we
think
have
is
seen it's
interesting,
been
but-
viewed
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Every time?
yeah, there's,
There's
yeah,
always number of views,
yeah.
at least 20 views.
So I'll tell you,
I'm just,
People watch.
in December, there were
I think
14,
it tracks the IP addresses.
there was 14 that viewed it. October, we had 77. September, 83. August, we had 17. July was 21 views. June was 28. May was 32. April, I couldn't find. March was 32. February was 25 and January of 25 was 36.
Why the summer, the August and September were so high, I do not know.
October and September, I don't know why
They were in
were
the
so high.
in the 70s.
It was
But
too hot
then
to
you-
go outside.
But then you look at, say, the Board of Assessors, their August was like 715, maybe the count was off. The view counter, I don't know, 715 views. CPC, their meetings, there's like 39 views, 32, 31, 16. The Commission on Disabilities was like 22, 17, 19, 15, 21, 10, 9, 14, 9. You know, so people are, I get a sense that it's the same people that are viewing, they watch them all.
Right, that you can't see.
Yeah,
who
you can't
videos.
see who views.
It's like Facebook, I think you can see who views a video. I think. Or Instagram, I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
I don't think
No,
so.
no.
No,
No,
no.
Now, I gave it a lot of thought, you know, about what we should do. First, I was like, yeah, we don't need to record. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, no. It matches what our mission and goals are, you know, to share history, so.
I mean, heaven forbid, there's going to be another pandemic and we're going to be required.
No
let's cross that, we're gonna
pandemics,
get to it.
But honestly, I mean, I don't recall anyone from the viewing public was actually like contacted us about, oh, I didn't like the person's opinion, whatever. I didn't like Mrs. Olson's remarks.
No,
No,
No.
I mean, they don't care.
Well, they can't unless they were to reach out to us separately.
Well,
right,
that's
So
what I mean.
they can't comment. The most they could do is message the Facebook account
yeah, reach.
or email.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I mean, what? I started joining this in 2019. I don't remember having received any comment, nasty,
no,
otherwise
no.
in person or email, none.
right. I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
you'll be fine. We'll defend you.
No, I made a statement that I'm not comfortable continuing on. So now it's my choice whether I stay on this commission or not. So end of it, not we'll be fine. I will take care of you. No.
All right. June 12th is the Mass History Alliance Conference. It's in Worcester this year. And they haven't announced their topics or anything yet.
Were you able to ask the library director about the January 15 talk by that woman?
Oh, yes, I did. No, it's not going to be taped.
She's not recording it.
No,
You mean Myrna's talk, you mean?
no.
Talk about
no.
how to research
How to
your history of your
research your
house.
Oh. But you said January 25th, so that's why I assumed it was the same thing.
What date is that, for the share, like to research your house? That's
January 15th.
15th, okay,
15th.
yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said 25th.
Thursday.
Yeah, okay.
That should be interesting. Okay, our next
You should
meeting.
definitely do that with your house.
I know, I would like, I'm really definitely interested in it, but what time is it?
At 6.
That sucks.
And Gary Lewis.
That stinks, I won't be here.
Oh, you be at a conference?
No, I have,
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
it's a totally personal thing that I'm being selfish about, but I've had these plans for a very long time and
Is she being paid for this?
I don't wanna.
It's okay. Coming from
The library,
the library.
yeah. Yeah. Our next meeting date is February 10th at 6 o'clock. We didn't have any correspondence.
See, told you so.
All right. Oh, you're finishing up, I guess.
By all means, continuance. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second, I mean.
I said, is there? a mo-
I motion that we
Is the- Is
adjourn.
there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're adjourned.
I second.
What time is it? 7:30.